there were a couple of sunny days recently.
And here we are. And I make the gesture of a free man drinking wine, which involves drinking the
A
wine, of course.
bottle or and the glass.
To be more. Yeah.
Come on, Jakob, sing a song with me.
No, clearly not. It used to be more. I'm not going to rejoice.
No.
All right, all right.
I will try to sing a song with you, but it will be like really. I will choose a sad song.
Oh,
You're like
you two are useless.
Well,
There's only one real musician
and
here. Magpie is the only real musician here. Let's have a real song. Shut up, you barbarians.
So I think I take that out of character, but she will sing, and she'll probably find something that's not a really sad song, but something that has a twist to it.
Does it have the proverb
So
in
it's
it?
not completely. Yes. Like, yes. Or that at least would. No, yeah, no, wait. Not probably not the proverb as such, but something about old times and friends lost to time, and the good times you had, and how you wish they would come back.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's easy enough. I love this song. Everybody should love this song.
Yes.
You two
I
better love the
cannot.
song, or else I'm going to be even more friendly
I
with
really
you.
love the song.
Oh, good.
I really love the song, but I'm sticking to the melancholy in the song anyway, and just taking up my handkerchief and maybe I'm happy, but there's also tears. I think I have a couple of fingers missing on my hand also.
You? Okay.
Past. And the first time we see it now, but
Okay,
that
okay.
I mean it's healed.
Okay,
And
so
I
this is
don't
old.
need
Okay,
this, like,
okay.
the
We have scars and memories among us. Okay, that makes sense.
It's one of that. Yeah. Oh. So I kind of end up as a kind of a you have the singing is done, and I just like say find the spice to save the mice, and I raise my glass like this.
That's fantastic.
It's like
I'm going to raise the glass and my glass as well. I will give Jakob a look like you're raising the glass. Right, you are.
I will, but with a really hard look of irony in my eyes.
Of course, good enough. Good enough.
Sad irony.
Right, and I'll even say, you see, Sir Silent, it smells better in here already.
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's very sad. That was the last scene of the second age.
Now.
Right. Yeah.
Was the last scene of the second age.
Mm-hmm.
So, age transition. So the prompt for the third age, the part that is equal for all backdrops you could play, is what was foreshadowed has come to pass. The end of the isolation is near. There is no escaping it. And the specific passage for our thieves can't reads like this: a crackdown. They knew we were coming. Someone must have taught them our words. Several of us are rotting in jail, and a hunt through every gutter of the city is ongoing for the rest of us.
Ooh.
How do they keep tracking us down? So that's what will happen. There is a couple of questions that are the same questions than with the last transition, which is if specific groups or people are addressed, who are they? How much time has passed during transition? How does the community react? And then there was a question in this passage I read right now, too. And as far as I'm concerned, there is no specific group addressed here.
No, I think we have enough groups already.
Yes. So the question would be, if we look at the end of the last page and look at what I just read, how much time has passed? What do we think?
Not that long. Not 5 years. Like maybe a year.
A year
I would
to
have said like more 20. It's a slow decomposition of things.
20 years.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it could be
slowly
long.
draining out with everything we built before, like with the different groups and us splitting, doing an internal splitting. I really see that as continuing over decades and then ending up like a huge split, a final one. Then the other group telling us or something like that.
20 years, then we are like really, really old in this age. I mean, because people didn't go more than 40.
could I? Well,
I-
they lived a
well-
little better than that, but could I suggest maybe a median, just in the interest of making
Hmm.
everyone unhappy, and saying 10 years?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
That's
When in
I
doubt,
don't know.
when in doubt, make a bad compromise, right?
Yes.
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The exact time doesn't really matter.
Well, I like
Just long enough.
I like your
No.
point that we are
So-
not
so
talking
what you're
about
saying-
tomorrow, though. The point is, it's not
Yeah.
been a month. We
No.
all agree about that. There's a cultural time.
Yes, I
That
think the
makes sense.
period this
Yeah.
time is far longer.
Yeah,
The period is far longer. So a couple of years, I
At
think,
least,
is
yeah.
pretty perfect. What do you think, Max?
I also am for a couple of years. I think 10 years sounds good enough. Slowly but surely,
okay.
the crackdown and so on. I agree on that. I agree with Nathan on the 10-year gap, at least. All right. Now, okay, I thought everybody was quiet, so I thought my mic was off.
No. All right. So let's see. Helma, what is our next issue?
How does the community react? Which is a little bit. If most of the community is in yell, there
Well, it
aren't
says a few
many
of
left
us are
to
in.
react, but
It says some of us are in jail.
the
It didn't
few
say
of us who
most.
can.
I don't think it said most.
Several.
So
Yes.
yeah.
No, it says several. You're right.
Well,
if we want to make it dramatic, it can be only the 5 of us. But it's a bit dramatic.
I think we need to remember we are
Oh,
part of an
sorry.
isolation. I
I
mean,
think
this
we
is the
should be
third
out.
age,
Yeah.
not the epilogue, right? So
Nope. Exactly. So
Okay.
I think we should keep ourselves out of jail. To be completely honest.
I also am thinking that maybe we are still. I mean, I'm the more I think about what I just said, the more I'm feeling very committed to it. That it may be the third age, and there may be a crackdown, and we may be in desperate situations, but we are still doing trouser things. We are not dead yet, and so
Yes.
that's important to me anyway. Um, but but that means that there is still connections. Maybe we get to
Yes.
change an aspect. Correct? We have to change an aspect.
We are going to change one of the aspects. Yes. Um, what you said would lead me to. So we are trying our best to conduct business as usual.
Well, or successfully somehow.
So the
Yes.
question about how the community, the isolation reacts would be, how do we try to do that? Maybe how do we continue when we know whatever we do may lead to others getting busted?
Do we
I,
play? Are we playing harder now? Are we? Go ahead, Ola. Sorry.
maybe we're going back to where we started. Kind of. I think we've talked about that
Mm,
from the beginning, and really trying to get back to the roots and get back to the things.
That we think
I'm
are
not saying
important.
that we're yeah, exactly. I'm not saying that we are succeeding, but that we're trying to find what worked in the past, in the first age, so to say. Everything was magic, and we had like everyone on our side, and we were the one with the honorable among thieves.
Yes, but that is not possible because
Oh man,
time changed.
I know, but
mm,
I'm saying we're trying.
So if
Sure, but
do
what aspect do you want to change and
well
for what
before we
then?
choose the aspects, and let me see if I understand what Ola is saying. That might help us answer that. So you are talking about how does the community react, and I'm going to speak for
mm,
you, Ola, and see if I'm saying the right thing from what you said, which is the community, the isolation reacts by embracing the legend,
Yeah,
embracing the legend of the
probably.
way it was. So we cannot turn back time. You're absolutely right, Nathan. We can't just resurrect the old favors and obligations as a new aspect, but we can have a pleasant fantasy about it, and that's what's holding the community together now. That's our new.
Sure,
Yeah, there's that. And so in that case, what aspect would have to be changed?
yeah,
Um,
that was my question.
yeah.
I don't see how we can change an aspect to make it work.
It
No?
seems to
Are
me
you
that
sure?
we are supposed to change keeping accounts from preserving the old instead.
So we
It's
continue
an
to work with that
attempt of
one,
preserving.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's more of it, it feels like the only way this works then, because we are still doing the work that we believe
Right. Right.
So,
it has to be, because as you say, we cannot go back to favors and obligations.
But
So
we can
it
move
has to be a
on.
belief that if we do,
Right.
yeah, like so we are trying to go back to move on, but we are not doing the same thing.
So what is it we
So
are doing? We are keeping the dream alive or something like that. We are
yeah,
something like
but
that.
what I like, it's like trying to, as you say, being with the legends, but I also want to emphasize that it's what we believe we are doing,
Right.
because
Right.
that it doesn't mean that we are doing it.
I
Right.
That's
have
what I want to. Yeah.
Nathan, did
I
you?
have a
Oh, sorry.
question. Or Nathan, do you want to go first, Nathan? Because I would like to choose another aspect to
Hmm.
that's exactly
change.
what I was going
Okay.
to say.